Hi, leaders, Kids Life Group leaders. Thank you for leading tomorrow evening, September 27th, I believe. It is our last week of new material on Jesus throughout time, and we are looking at post-ascension Jesus. What is Jesus doing now in the world? What's he been doing for the last, almost 2,000 years, 1,900 years-ish? So 1970. So let's look really quickly through the material just for a quick overview. We're going to talk about how in the book of Romans, Hebrews, and Revelation, we learn how he is our intercessor, he is a warrior, he is the high priest, and he is judge. So you'll start, and in your notes, it says maybe use some sign language to get some active listening going. You're going to know your group best on whether this works well for them or not. Sign language for Jesus, sign language for priest, and sign language for intercessor, praying hands down to belly button. If you have good readers who like to read in your group, you could break them out and give them each a section, because you have a big one from Romans, a big one from Hebrews, and then another one from Hebrews. Then you have another reader down in Revelation. So these you're just going to kind of walk through and talk through with them. Warrior, and then that final passage in Revelation 22 has some things that could cause some questions. Talks about those who are getting in and those who are not, and it talks about witchcraft and sexual sins and murder, and this could very well lead to questions, depending on how well they're listening, of, wait, does this mean murderers can't be Christians? Does this mean, what does sexual impurity mean? And does that mean they can't be Christians, etc., etc.? So, no, Jesus wants everybody to love and follow him, even when they have made mistakes in the past. They've sinned. We all sin. It is what their declaration is. So have those conversations. If you need me, holler at me. It is a big week. It is a big subject. So that's that. And then it talks about at the beginning using the whole Alexa kids court thing. I couldn't quite get that to work right. So that's why as the application activity, we did it more manually. That's where I would focus and just get your kids. You may come up with a couple of scenarios ahead of time for them to take to court. And you can follow the instructions on how to step through that. But basically it's the showing them what an intercessor, what that lawyer would do for you, who the judge is and makes the final decision, all of those kinds of things. Just giving them the opportunity to think through that a little bit. So thank you for leading. It's been a big unit, and if you need to pull one of those rolls out because you don't have enough time to do that, go for it. If you need to pull that last section of Revelation out because it's just too big for their brains and there's not going to be time, that's totally fine. The whole point is for them to recognize and truly understand Jesus is alive and active. God is not dead. He is alive always, and he is active, and he has roles, and he is working all of the time. So thank you again for leading. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow night.